This for the budget booze. This for the budget booze. Okay, y'all gonna make me cancel the whole video. $1.67, okay? $1.67. I'm really gonna need this autofocus to kick in. You can't beat it. Any day now. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video that is basically for the ladies that are trying to do beauty on a budget, for the student that's broke and still trying to be fly, be a diva, for the moms who are like, man, I gotta spend all my money on diapers and milk, but I still need to beat this face. This video is for you, okay? And it's basically all about AliExpress makeup. Now, I, just came across some videos or heard about AliExpress makeup earlier last year, and it was like, cheap makeup, I don't know. But, being a makeup lover myself, I'm definitely gonna try it out. I'm gonna look into it, see what they have to offer, because although I am a true makeup lover, I am not one who discriminates. I don't care if it's brand name, expensive makeup, MAC, Sephora, whatever the case may be, or if it's inexpensive makeup from AliExpress, Shop Hush, Shop Miss A, whoever. I don't care. I just love makeup and I love trying makeup out. Now, I don't feel like any woman should have to suffer or should have to not be beat or be fly just because of her pocketbook. There's a lot of good makeup out there and that's inexpensive, and I've seen drugstore faces that look better, is more beat than Sephora faces. So it just kind of depends, and if you're willing to try things out and learn and be willing to take risks and chances, then you can probably find some good makeup that you can work with that's within your budget and within your price range. With that being said, I just wanted to kind of take a moment to talk about some of this makeup. Now, this isn't an AliExpress haul. I didn't purchase all this makeup all at once and it just come in. I actually just started ordering things from AliExpress, I would say maybe about 3 months ago. And they just kind of been trickling in here and there because I just go and purchase a few things. I look and see if they have anything new that I want to try. And, the thing that I really like about AliExpress is you can put a whole bunch of stuff in your cart, but you don't have to buy it all at once. You can put 10 things in your cart and just leave them there, and then you go back and you decide, okay, well, I want to buy this and this, and you can just buy those 2 things and the other 8 things will still be sitting in your cart. You don't have to purchase your whole cart. So I do like that about AliExpress. I have stuff in my cart right now that, who knows, I might not purchase it for another 6 months, but it's just sitting there. The one thing that a lot of people might not like about AliExpress is that the stuff does take anywhere from 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks to arrive because it is coming directly from China and it ain't in no rush. They ship it and it gets here when it gets here. So if you're one of those that needs instant gratification, this might not be the site for you. But if you're someone who is constantly buying makeup, constantly trying out new things, and you're not always in a rush to get your makeup, then this might work for you. So, like I said, this is for the ladies that are beauty on a budget and really want to still be able to purchase things inexpensively. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I have quite a few things that I do want to talk about in this video from AliExpress. And we'll start off with some of these cute little eyeshadows that I came across. And I actually came across them by accident. And this is what they look like. This is one of my little makeup drawers, so of course they don't come in here. They come in individual little boxes. And when I initially received these in the mail and I saw them, I was like, now this looks awfully familiar to a product that I already have and love and purchase. But the funny thing is, I was not looking for a ColourPop dupe. I was not trying to buy a ColourPop dupe. I came up on these by accident. I actually thought that these eyeshadows were going to look just like the Coastal Scents eyeshadows. If you're not familiar with Coastal Scents, they're just little eyeshadow pots that come like this, and you can pop them into a magnetic case. I can't really get that out, but anyways, they come like this, and it's just a little eyeshadow pot that you can pop into a magnetic holder. So that's what they looked like to me on the website. So when they came and they looked like the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, I was really surprised. So as you can see, they look just like the ColourPop eyeshadows. I mean, just like them. Except the ColourPop eyeshadows come in a white container, not black. Now the brand on these are Phoera, P-H-O-E-R-A, if you can see that. And these, okay. And like I said, I'm in no way trying to push dupes or promote dupes or whatever. I got these dupes by accident. As you can see, I am a ColourPop fanatic, and I actually purchased ColourPop eyeshadows. So I love ColourPop. I was just surprised when these showed up at my door. Pleasantly surprised though, because as you can see, these colors are gorgeous. But the ColourPop eyeshadows, if you're familiar with them, those are $5 a pop. $5 a ColourPop. Now these eyeshadows, these Phoera shadows, are $1.37. $1.37 per eyeshadow. So as you can see, if you are a diva on a budget, these might be a great dupe for you if you can't necessarily afford the ColourPop ones. So, and these eyeshadows I actually used for this look today. So you can see that the colors are nice and vibrant, they pop, and you know, they work. My eyelids aren't burning or itching, they feel fine. So, you know, that's just so that you can actually see. I wanted to go ahead and use some of the products for this video so you can see how they look. But as you can see, I got quite a few. I think I have about 13 shades in here. So we're talking, what, about 15 bucks or something for all of these? Whereas I could have only gotten 3 of my ColourPops for that amount. So anywho, that's the first item. Let's go ahead and move on. So next I want to talk about some lip products, and this here is a jar of lip liners that I purchased from AliExpress. Of course, they don't come in this jar. Like I said, this stuff has been trickling in, and so I've been actually putting it in my makeup collection. But I ordered 2 sets of eyeliners. One of the sets, let me pull these out. One of the sets came with clear tops, as you can see. Those are in there. And the other set came with these black tops. Now each set of 12 was very, very reasonably priced for these lip liners. The ones with the black tops, which are these, and these are high precision lip liners. These were only $2.79 for the whole pack of 12. Not each, for the whole pack of 12. And there's some pretty decent shades. And the ones with the clear tops, those were only $2.65. For the whole pack of 12. But as you can see, there's some very, very pretty shades and colors in here. You know, a lot of shades that I would use, a lot of naturals, nudes, reds, you know, the purples and whatnot. So for these lip liners, and they are pigmented. I used one today, just a light one though. I don't want to mess it up. But I'll just go ahead and swatch a few so you can just see. Okay, so this is what some of those lip liners look like. As you can see, they're very nicely pigmented. They're not dull, and they're nice and creamy. So I would say for $2.79 and $2.65 for a whole pack of 12, that it is definitely worth it. Okay, so next I want to talk about another lip product. These are actually some lip crayons that I purchased. As you can see, this is what they look like. lip crayons, and these are the colors that I got. Now, these lip crayons are by Kolorful. That's the brand on those. And they cost $1.76 each. So I thought these crayons were actually quite nice for a nice little lip product. These also have some nice nude shades. So let me go ahead and just swatch some of these for you as well as some nice deep rich shades. The formula is nice and creamy. It feels good on my lips, and it lasts for a pretty decent amount of time. So these are the colors on those lip crayons. Very, very pretty. And these are not all the colors that they offered. These are just the ones that I chose and the ones that I purchased for myself. So there are some other shades on there just in case you don't really like these colors, or you want something a little more vibrant or bright. Okay, next I'm going to talk about some matte liquid lipsticks that I purchased, and these are from a brand called Nice Face. And so as you can see, they have this really pretty frosted glass, and these do come in a 3-pack. This is one of the 3-packs that I purchased. Now I am wearing these two colors on my lips right now. I just kind of mixed them together to come up with this shade. So these are the two colors that I'm wearing now. And my lips, they're not the nice, soft, wonderful, how can I say, moisturizing matte lipsticks or anything like that. I mean, they do feel a little dry, but to me, most matte lipsticks feel dry, especially inexpensive ones. So these only cost $3.94 for the 3-pack, for the pack of 3. And let me go ahead and just swatch these right quick for you. Even though I'm wearing 2 of them, I'll go ahead and swatch them so that you can see what the colors look like by themselves. So this is what this tri-pack looks like. As you can see, very, very nice, beautiful burgundy color, a nice rosy red, and then that nude shade in the middle. So, you can mix and match them with the lip liners, but they actually work just fine to me. I've been wearing this one for a little while, and it hasn't budged, and my lips don't feel completely dry and cakey. We'll see how they feel after I talk through this whole video. Okay, so next I want to talk about some glitter eyeliners that I purchased. I was going through a glitter phase, I guess, because I ordered a lot of glitter and shimmer stuff, but these are some glitter eyeliners that I purchased, and these were $1.96 each, so each one was $1.96. And of course, they're not in their original packaging, and that's only because I've already added them to my makeup collection. But as you can see, I got some nice colors here. These unfortunately do not have the brand name on here, so I'm very sorry about that because I don't have the box anymore. But I will go ahead and swatch a few of these just so you can get an idea of the quality on these. Like I said, I've purchased NYX glitter eyeliners. Like, I have this glitter eyeliner from NYX, and this, I believe, cost me about $4.50, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So let me just go ahead and swatch some of these, and then I'll actually compare the NYX to the gold that I have in here. Okay, so now these are the glitters that I purchased from AliExpress. This is what they look like, the glitter liners. And so as you can see, I have a gold one on the end because I'm going to go ahead and swatch the NYX right here and compare it. Okay, so I went ahead and I swatched the NYX gold eyeliner next to the gold AliExpress eyeliner. And as you can see, I actually like the AliExpress gold eyeliner better. It seems to have a little more glitter in it, and it'll be a little more pigmented, so you choose for yourself. Okay, so next I want to talk about some eyelashes that I purchased from AliExpress. I know it's funny because I am in a lifelong battle with false eyelashes. A serious battle with false eyelashes. Every time I put them on, it's a disaster. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up at all. So I decided to go ahead and purchase some cheap ones because, when I mess them up and throw them away, I don't have to cry over it. So the first sets that I want to talk about is actually a 5 set, and this is by El Danier False Eyelashes. So the packaging looks like this. Very, very pretty. And as you'll notice from ordering on AliExpress, a lot of these brands and products have like the funniest or strangest names that you can't pronounce, but whatever, I don't care. So anyways, this 5-pack of eyelashes looks like this. And these are, you know, quite a dramatic lash. I purchased these just so that I could actually wear lashes like this, like maybe if I'm going out on a date or I'm dressed really kind of funky, or I have like this really deep smoky eye or something and I really want to just kind of glam it up. So I purchased these for that reason. So this is what those look like. And as you can see, I mean, they are very soft. And you know, if you are comfortable putting on lashes, these probably be no problem for you. They're probably gonna be a problem for me, but I bought them anyway. These lashes for the whole 5-pack was only $1.67. $1.67. So, and I definitely know or think that I would have to trim them, you know, to get them to fit my eyes. So $1.67, okay? $1.67. You can't beat it. So anyways, that is the first set of lashes. The second set of lashes that I purchased, I actually really fell in love with. I think that they're gorgeous. I think that they're beautiful. And that is these. And unfortunately, these do not have a brand name on them. So maybe if you search by the number on top, the 3D X08, you will be able to find these. But these lashes I really, really fell in love with. It's a 3-pack, and this 3-pack is only $1.89. $1.89 for a 3-pack of lashes. And these are really, really cute. Let me go ahead and just pull one out. These are some that I was fighting with the other day. But let me just go ahead and show you. This is what they look like up close. So if you like this type of lash or this style of lash, you can get you some from AliExpress for only $1.89. And I actually really stocked up on these, so I probably won't have to buy lashes for the rest of my life because I only wear them every blue moon. Now, you might be looking at my eyes like, ooh, girl, you got eyelashes on right now. These are magnetic eyelashes. Yes, I am wearing magnetic eyelashes. Why? Because I ain't got time for the glue. So these will definitely last me a long time because occasionally I get in the mood to fight with the glue, but usually I don't. Okay, so also with me going along the lines of trying to still learn and practice putting on false eyelashes, I purchased this gorgeous eyelash tool, and this is what it looks like. Excuse the fingerprints. But it's very, very pretty. I saw it and I was like, ooh, rose gold. So this is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And it does actually make it a little bit easier for me to grip my lashes and place them in place a lot easier than with tweezers. And so this little tool only cost me 96 cents. So this beautiful rose gold tool was only 96 cents. So I purchased 2 of them because I have one in my travel bag. Okay, so let's talk about another item that I purchased. It's a makeup item, and I was feeling kind of fancy that day, I guess. You know, when the Fenty Beauty came out, you know, and all the Rihanna stuff came out, the one item that I knew for sure I was not going to buy was the Trophy Wife. I couldn't remember the name. The Trophy Wife highlighter. I was like, that's a bit much for me. I'm not that flashy. I can't even pull that off. No, I can't pull it off, so I'm not buying it. So I did not purchase the Trophy Wife. Now, when I was on AliExpress, I came across this little highlighter by this company called Beauty Glazed. That's up and coming. I'm seeing a lot more of their stuff nowadays locally and on Amazon. They had this little, I don't know if you can see that, there it is. This little highlighter on AliExpress, and it comes like this. It has a little mirror in here. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, it is a gold highlighter. It's absolutely gold. And as you can see, I actually used it. I used it for my look today. So if I look a little golden around the nose and the cheek areas, then that is why. So this is actually what this highlighter looks like. So it's nice and subtle. It's not, well, this side ain't that subtle. But I don't think it is as yellow. It is nice and gold and has that gold tone to it, but it's not as yellow as the Trophy Wife. So I'll just put a little bit more on just in case you can't see it, but that is what this highlighter looks like. So I actually like it. It's very pretty, it's nice and subtle, and it's not as dramatic as the Trophy Wife. And this gold highlighter only cost me $1.71 for this whole thing. Okay, this whole highlighter. And so this is, like I said, by Beauty Glaze, and this will probably last me my whole makeup life. So okay, so let's talk about some brushes that I tried out and purchased from AliExpress. I really felt like I needed to kind of beef up my eyeshadow like blending brushes, and I didn't want to buy a whole set of brushes just for the eyeshadow brushes. So I was looking for individual eyeshadow brushes that would work for me, because a lot of times I'll buy a set of brushes and I'll only use like 3 brushes out of it. So I came across these eyeshadow brushes on the website, and I fell in love with them. As you can see, I have purchased quite a few of them. Now, I really love these eyeshadow brushes because they have 2 ends, a brush on both ends. This end has the actual blending brush on it, and I mean, it's not anything fancy, it's not anything special, but it is just a nice, soft, simple blending brush that you can use, you know, when you're blending out some of your upper shadows and things like that, or just placing shadow all over your lid if you're going for a simple look. So I love that side for that reason. This side has a flat eyeshadow brush on it, as you can see, which, you know, we can all use a nice flat eyeshadow brush for doing detailing and getting into those corners. Now, like I said, I fell in love with these brushes, so I purchased quite a few of them, and these brushes are 48 cents each. So I can purchase a whole plethora of them and still not spend a lot of money. So like I said, these are great if you just want to beef up your eyeshadow brushes, and not only do you get the blending end, you also get the flat ends. So these are great to just add some extra eyeshadow brushes to your collection. Okay, so let's move on. Let's start talking about some eyeshadows, because that's all a lot of people care about, at least myself. Eyeshadows is like my main thing. It's like candy to me. So let's jump into the first eyeshadow palette. Now, the first eyeshadow palette that I have here is a pressed glitter palette by Beauty Glaze, and this is what the box looks like. Now, this glitter eyeshadow palette is also available on Amazon. I purchased it from AliExpress for $4.87. So this is what it looks like when you take it out of the box. Exact same palette picture as on the box. And when you open it up, you of course get the plastic covering, but this is what the gorgeous glitters look like, okay? Beautiful, okay? And like I said, I paid $4.87 for this. There's no mirror in here, of course. I don't care. It's cardboard. I don't care. These glitters are absolutely gorgeous. I'm not really gonna like swatch because I don't want to get glitter everywhere, but I will just touch one. Let me just touch. I'll just touch this one here so you can see. But you can see the glitter that comes from the palette. I just barely tapped it to get that off because I didn't want to get glitter everywhere, but this is what this palette looks like. And like I said, this is available on Amazon. You can purchase it from Amazon. I've seen it on there actually for about $9.99. So if you are in a rush and you want to pay double price, then go ahead and buy it from Amazon. But I'm happy I got mine. It might have took 2 or 3 weeks to get to me, but I paid half price. And as you can see, I still haven't used it anyway, so what's the rush? Okay, so next we're going to talk about a nice warm eyeshadow palette. Look at this packaging. Isn't this gorgeous? It's like a gold, it kind of looks like crumpled up foil. but it's in a rose gold color, so that caught my attention. I don't know if you can see that, but it is gorgeous. And this palette is by a company called iMagic, and it's called the Professional Cosmetics Palette, 16 color eyeshadow palette. But this is what it looks like inside. There's a mirror, of course, inside. And let me just go ahead and show you these shades. This is the shades that is in this palette. I've actually used this palette once and I love it. The pigment was amazing. The shimmers, they popped and they were beautiful. So I didn't have any problems using this palette. It is gorgeous. And like I said, there's actually a mirror in this palette. Now this palette I did pay $9.82 for, so it's still extremely reasonably priced for a palette of this size with these colors in it. $9.82, and it's gorgeous. Okay, so that is that palette, and like I said, it's by iMagic. It's the Professional Cosmetics 16 color eyeshadow palette, and it's in this beautiful rose gold. Okay, so next I have two palettes that I purchased, and these are both by a company called You Can Be, and this is in that, you know, just basic black plastic packaging that you might be familiar with from Morphe. But as you can see, you know, it's like a half-size palette, but I purchased two of them. They don't have a mirror, but this one I purchased is a very, very nice neutral shaded palette. And this palette was $3.53, and this is what the shades look like. As you can see, there are mattes, quite a few matte shades in here to use, but there's also a whole row of shimmer shadows. So the top row is all shimmer and the rest are mattes. I'm really looking forward to using this basically or mainly as you know, transition shadows, and also I want to try out the shimmer. So this is just a great basic palette to have. I mean, for $3.53, what are you gonna do? Okay, and so the other palette that I got, exact same, by You Can Be, 15 color eyeshadow palette. And this, if you know anything about me, you know why I picked this palette. But this is this palette. It has the pretty blues and purples, and you know, it was just like, yeah, gotta have it. And so this one, as you can see, looks like the shimmers are mixed a little bit more throughout the palette. It does have a matte black in here, as well as some nice neutral tones. But this palette, same palette, was only $3.53 with a few brighter colors in there. So nice little palette to add to your collection if you're trying to build it up with some color. Okay, so let's talk about another colorful palette that I purchased. This one is by a company called TZ Cosmetics, and this is the Twilight Eyeshadow Palette. This is what the outside looks like, and this palette cost me $8.44. Now, I did pay a little bit more for this palette because I fell in love with it. And I know you can see why, but this is what the palette looks like on the inside. As you see, there's a gorgeous red, purple, blue, green, orange, a matte black in the middle. You also get this little shimmer shadow here and this matte blue here. Let me just go ahead and swatch a little bit of this palette. So that is the red, that is the purple, that is the blue, that is the orange, and this is the matte black. So as you can see, this palette is very pigmented. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's some information on the back here for this palette. Oh, and it is cruelty free as well. So you can see there it's cruelty free. And like I said, this palette cost me $8.44 and still extremely reasonably priced for a palette of this size with pans this size. Okay, so along with my glitter theme that I've been purchasing from AliExpress, I got these two small pressed glitter palettes. And as you can see here, it's by a company called Handian, and it's a glitter eyeshadow in a small little black plastic container. And this is how they come. They come with this clear plastic on top, as you can see. But these are the colors for this palette. Nice turquoise, a beautiful bright pink, magenta, gold, and orange. So that is this palette, and these palettes were $2.65 each. So that's one palette. I got another palette, and in this palette you can see there's red, purple, green, silver, and then a darker, you know, whatever color that is. Like a dark gray, I guess. But these are what the two palettes look like together. This is palette A, and this is palette B. So if you do want to order these from Handayan, A, B. And for $2.65, you can't beat it, ladies. You can't beat it. Some of those glitter palettes get a little pricey. Okay, you guys, we're almost done. I know it's been a lot going on here, but I really wanted to show you guys all of this stuff. So now we're going to move on to the last items, and it's 3 larger palettes that I purchased. So let's talk about this first one here. And as you can see, I put my own little broke budget busted label on here. As you can see that, it says purple palette. Very generic, but hey, when you ball out or you doing beauty on a budget, that's what you gotta do, because when you get these plain black palettes, you don't know what's in here. On the back, it actually has a 35p, if you can see that. It actually says 35p on the back. And the 35p stands for 35 shade purple. So this palette I purchased. I actually purchased this palette and this next palette because I was so sick and tired of constantly going to the Morphe site, and the palettes that I wanted were sold out. You know, the purple palette was sold out. The bright color palette was sold out. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go find me another one. So I found this purple palette. This was $11.04. And they have these all over AliExpress. Different companies, different brands sell the same 35 shade palettes. So if you, I don't have the name of this particular company, but you can easily find them on there. So this is what this palette looks like, okay? If you can see, it is very, very based around purple and mauve shades. So this is this 35 palette, and like I said, I paid $11.04 for this, and I think it's gorgeous. I haven't used it yet because I actually have a JCat palette that's kind of purple based that I have, used, but I'll just go ahead and swatch this a little bit so you can see, but gorgeous. So that is what these shadows look like. Very pigmented, very, very pretty. Look at that pink, okay? Very pretty, so I am definitely going to enjoy using this because, as you guys know, I love purples and pinks. Okay, so the other 35 palette that I was talking about, and as you can see, I put my little ghetto sticker up here. It says bright palette, but on the back, this one is called the 35E. 35E. So if you come across a company and you see this palette and they have a 35E, then that's this one. And this one cost me only $9.48. So this was even cheaper than the purple one. And so when you open it up, of course it has the plastic on it. But this is what, oh, my heart just skipped a beat. My heart just sang when I looked at this palette. Look at this palette. Let's just appreciate this palette for a minute, okay? Gorgeous. It's just talking to me right now. But this is this palette. There are mattes. I don't know if I can actually get the whole palette in there. But as you can see, there's actually some shimmer shadows in there as well as the matte shades. So they're not all matte. This isn't a completely matte palette. There's mattes, there's shimmers, but the colors are just remarkable. For $9.48, I had no problem waiting a couple of weeks. I actually purchased this palette twice. I purchased it the first time I received it. I took it out of town with me and I used it when I was with my husband and I fell in love with it. And so I left that one out there. When I came home, I bought this one because I needed one right here with me in my life. So this is the 35E. Last palette, you guys, only one more to go. Okay, so this is what the packaging or the box looks like for this palette. This is another large 35 shadow palette. And this one is by a company called It's Mine. And this is the 35 color eyeshadow palette. This one here, I really like the way the actual palette looks. And there's actually the ingredients and some information on the back. So that's great because this one actually gives you, the ingredients right here on the box. If you keep the box. It's not on the back of the palette, so if you want that information, you might want to keep the box. Now, this palette is very pretty. It's a little unique. This one is called the 35HC. And so this palette is a little different because it has a clear cover. So you can actually see your shadow shades through the top. Now this palette was a little bit more expensive. I paid $14.27 for this palette. But like the other two palettes, the purple palette and the bright palette on Morphe, those are like $23. $23. So, that might not be a lot of money or expensive to me or someone else, but for someone who's really on a budget with purchasing their makeup, that might be a bit pricey. So this is a very nice palette. Now this palette is all shimmer. These are all shimmer shadows. So I really fell for this one, thought it was gorgeous because look at the warmth. Look at the tones of these shadows. It's like you don't always come across shimmer shades in these colors in palettes. So I was really drawn to it. But let me just bring this in a little closer so you can see the shade range on these colors. So you've got blues, turquoise, green, you have a yellow, a pink, a red, grays, whites, and golds. So this palette really spoke to me because of the color scheme of it and also because it has a nice clear top. And I like clear tops. It's like if you're not going to have a mirror, then just put a clear top on it so I can see the beauty, see the essence, and it's easier for me to know what's in here than what's in here. Anywho, I have talked my lips off, and as you can see, this matte lipstick that I used, these matte lippies from Nice Face, are still on my lips. They're not dry, they're not crusty, they're not peeling and falling off, and my lips feel perfectly fine. So, anywho, that is all the products that I have from AliExpress that I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully this video is beneficial to someone, like I said, who needs to find makeup that's a little bit cheaper, doesn't mind waiting for the shipping. And me personally, in my experience, I have never received anything broken in the mail from AliExpress. Some of that stuff, they bubble wrap it like crazy to make sure that it's okay. I'm sure other people have received broken items because I've received broken palettes from Amazon. So I know that's just my experience, but as of yet, I haven't had any damaged items show up. So that's all I have, you guys. Hopefully you saw something you like and maybe you want to buy something and try it out. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Toodles!